It is Wednesday, and I can never remember what that means. No idea. Maybe you guys know. Anyway, we are here to watch AEW Dynamite for June 8th, 2022. Road to the interim AEW title kicks off tonight. Battle Royal opens the show. Winner to face Jon Moxley. Winner of that to go on to Forbidden Door to face the winner of Hiroshi Tanahashi and Goto at Dominion. Or at Forbidden Door, excuse me. Or Dominion, excuse me. I don't know what the fuck. This thing's so confusing. Anyway, we are here. Good to see everybody for this evening. Thanks for being here again on a Wednesday. We got another 30 seconds or so of Big Bang Theory wrapping up. Or actually, it's top of the hour, so we should be getting into Dynamite now. Let me refresh my stream, and we should be ready to rock and roll. Hope you guys are having a great day. There we go. Let me get my volume on. All right, we are ready to rock over here. All right, how's it going, guys? Say hello to everybody in the chat. CC, Destiny, K-Dog, and Michael. What's up? Or K-Dog's Kennel, excuse me. And Michael, Janine, Vashel, Justin, Crazy, Ronnie in the house. What's up? Hassan, Terrell, Chaz, Ben. Vash, did I get you? Yeah, I got you already. Ichiro, Janine, Deshaun, right on. All right, and Dynamite is underway. Plan on getting up here a couple of minutes early. That never works out. So we are kicking things off now. Cheers to you. I'm back to drinking the beers because I am officially COVID-free. Tested negative yesterday, so COVID is gone. Still can't smell shit, but at least I feel normal. I can have an alcoholic beverage and watch some wrestling with y'all. Can I be heard? All right, Darby. Well, Darby should be. The popular opinion I've seen today on social media about this Battle Royal is that smaller stars shouldn't be in it. It should be all top stars. I'm like, I don't really give a shit either way. So we'll see what the field looks like here. I mean, really, at the end of the day, all it comes down to is the winner. I don't care who's in the Battle Royal with that winner. My money at this point is still on Moxley. I feel like he's the best guy to be the placeholder. And he's never really had a true chance to be world champion in front of an audience, you know? Just a very short time a couple years ago. All right, well, we got some good. Couldn't tell who was in the ring already. It looked like Daniel Garcia. Here comes Eddie. Eddie is insane. I'll tell you what. That's my sleeper pick. My dark horse pick is Eddie Kingston. I always said if they ever put the belt on him, it should be for a short amount of time. There you go. What the fuck? Is this a casino battle royal? Or is this maybe it's a casino battle royal? I guess I knew that. I thought it was a regular battle royal, but it looks like they're entering individually here or something. They're entering with groups. Okay, first group of 5. So we got Lance Archer, Tony Nese, Darby, and then Garcia and Eddie Kingston. Oh, man. Tony Nese, you want to be doing that? Yeah, you're stupid. Oh, my God, what a choke slam. I think the kids call that ups, right? Tony Nese got up there. I wonder if he can dunk. Up, skateboard to the back. Does not phase. Vance. You know what? Crazy. I have no idea about the New Japan Stars. And there's supposed to be a Joker in this as well. I mean, I still think a great thing to do would somehow get MJF involved in this. And we do have a Joker. Based on all that buzz from last week. Darby and Eddie Kingston, we seen them hook up yet? I don't think so. I want to thank Ruben Litton for that $5 drop. Appreciate that, dude. Can't think of a better way to spend my 24th than with Uncle Greg watching Dynamite. I got Jericho winning the Battle Royal to face Mox. How about you, Jericho? Interesting pick. Jericho and Moxley rematch for, Moxley beat Jericho for the title, right? That's awesome. Well, happy 24th birthday, man. That is a big one. 24, almost a quarter century, halfway to 48. You're nearly half my age. Happy birthday to you, man. Glad you're here. Hope if you have a beverage, alcoholic or not, cheers to you. Ricky Stark's another guy I wouldn't even mind. Of them just saying, you know what, fuck it, let's go with Ricky. I'd be like, all right. Oh, what a destroyer. I don't even think the belt will fit around Darby. Here comes Hager. Oh, yeah, you got Garcia and Hager in there now. Nice spear by Starks to Darby. Danielson is your pick. I love Danielson. I mean, there's so many good options in that fucking company right now to be world champion. Mox, Page, Danielson, Eddie. A lot of people don't think Kingston, but I do. I'd be perfectly fine with belting Eddie for 1 month. Maybe even 2. He can't be holding that title for a year or anything, but he would be he would be the same thing as WWE giving it to Mick Foley in 1999. The same thing. That's why I'd be perfectly fine with Eddie. The fans would fucking mark out. Look at Keith Lee. Here's another guy. Championship caliber. Inventory here. We got Garcia, Rey Fenix, Hager, Eddie, Darby, Starks, Archer, Nice. Who else? I think that's it. And, of course, Swerve. And Lee. Oof. How are you going to toss Keith Lee out of here? If Wardlow was in this thing, I don't know how you don't do him either. So that's the cool thing about this. I mean, no matter what happens here, people are going to have a problem with the winner just because they have a problem with everything. But AEW's dilemma here is that they got a lot of good options. That's not a bad dilemma to have. David Finlay and Hangman Page coming up tonight. I didn't even know about that match. Doesn't look like Wardlow is in this thing. He's got an interview tonight with Tony Schiavone. Wouldn't you think, though, the automatic top 10 should be in this Battle Royal? Like, automatically in the rankings or whatever? Thunder Rosa and Marina Shafir. Look at Thunder Rosa getting some TV time. I'm going to eat this delicious edible. I'm going to bite it in half. Oh. These things are gnarly. Ronnie, if you're watching, you know what these are. Archer and Lee, this is good. I have no idea if Lee and Archer have ever even met, much less had a match. What? No, he didn't. Damn, I was like, Archer eliminates Lee with one hand? That would have been way too early for Lee to be out, although he might still be out. Actually, Archer's going to botch something. Watch. He's going to get it's the ropes. Here he goes. He's going out. Oh, my God. Powerbomb on this 45-year-old over the top rope. Is he going to Rana Lee over? Nope. Pfft. See ya, Archer. Something tells me that'll be a Rampage match or something. Archer and Lee. John Silver. Little crazy man. They need to branch him off and give him some sort of crazy gimmick. Oh, here comes Takeshita. Who's really good. Like, I don't know if they're going to, like, have Roosh in this or guys like that. I mean, the Acclaimed. I can hear Twitter. Why are these guys in it? Why are they here? It should be top contenders. Oh. Y'all got time to rap? Was Caster responsible for the broken foot? like how they're embracing the Ass Boys name now. Look at Bowens in the wheelchair. I love it. Billy Gunn pushing him. I cannot get over how much Billy's boys look like him. No, Alex, no Punk or Cole. The show just started 10 minutes ago. We're doing the big battle royal right now. I don't think CM Punk is going to be here. He's got an injury. Adam Cole is another excellent choice. You have, I'd say, 8 people in the company right now, maybe even 10, that I would be perfectly fine winning the world title. All right, pitcher in pitcher. Good for you, Nyla. TJ, stop scissoring me. What'd I do to you? Yeah, Cody set for surgery this Thursday. I liked what they did on Raw, even though I didn't do a review. A lot of people didn't like the Seth attack, but it made sense. Like, once Cody said he was going to compete at Money in the Bank, I'm like, no, he's not, because we know he's scheduled for surgery. So we kind of should have seen that coming. But Seth felt very genuine in that promo, because I think that was reality and kayfabe blurred. Seth probably really genuinely meant what he said. But then you got to turn right back into character so you can sledgehammer his head when you're done. But you could tell there was genuine feelings coming from Seth, and I like that. Judgment Day kicked out Edge. Some people say it's because they lost a big babyface in Cody. Some people say it's because the Judgment Day creative direction wasn't what Edge wanted. Who knows, but I think it's weird that Edge is going to be a babyface like 2 weeks after calling us all inbred losers. But whatever. When Edge is right, he's right. That's what we are. So I forgive him. Yeah, Deshaun, the Cody. I've seen the Cody. Well, that's going to happen. Like, the bruising does get worse because the blood, is all draining out of there, and it just makes you all purple. So the injury's not worse. It's just the bruising was bad. I think that's what was throwing a lot of people off, because you can visibly see the injury. If you had heard that he had a torn pec and you don't bruise because of that, and you just work in the match, people would have been complaining how irresponsible it was. It was because they just see what they see and immediately start freaking out. And I'm like, it's a torn pec. That's what happens. That's what happens with the injury. You just get really gnarly looking, and it looks worse, than it really technically is, even though it's not a good injury. But his arm, he didn't have to have half of his body decapitated like people acted like. Or not decapitated. What's it called when they saw it off? Amputated. All right, perfect timing. We got a couple more coming out. How does the Joker work? Is the Joker alone? Hobbs. I think he's even gotten in better shape. Kind of like his Harlem Heat type of gear. I feel like he's just gotten better shape and better since he first appeared. Oh, God. Darby. Well, does that count as an elimination if he climbed out to the top rope? Damn. Did Dante just jump from the floor to, the first rope? Oh, there's Wheeler Yuta. Where have you been? Yeah, Dante and Rey Fenix. Holy shit. All right, we have not had that many people eliminated here. Ring looks pretty full. I'd be perfectly fine with Malachi Black, too. In terms of a Joker, Johnny Gargano, possibly Cesaro, maybe. Who else is out there that we're waiting for? I don't think it'll be Bray Wyatt. I don't even really think it'll be Cesaro at this point either. Anybody injured that's due to come back that we don't know about? Look at these ass boys. Oh, they're scissoring. Oh, that's what that's about. Okay. See, I didn't even know that. I had no idea that the Acclaimed and the ass boys were scissor sisters. It's good to know that. Cole and Danielson both injured. I think you're right about that too. Oh, yeah, 21-man. The last one is the Joker. So let's look at the field here. Who we've got? Is this everybody? Or we got one more batch? Because based on this field, right now, whoever wins this is losing to Moxley. I don't have any confidence that the winner of this will beat Moxley at this point, based on who's in there. But if we get MJF or something like that, then... Oh, both ass boys are gone. Courtesy of Keith Lee. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I'm like, Keith, don't let your partner dump you. Uh-oh. Dissension already. He swerved him. Keith Lee looks like legitimately sad. I feel bad for him. Victor Colon, appreciate that $5, my friend. What if Cody is good enough for the Royal Rumble and wins it at WrestleMania, and at WrestleMania Cody takes the belt from Seth and gets even with Seth for injuring him by taking the belt? I like that scenario, but then you're talking about a fourth Cody and Seth match, which their issue should be over, but Cody's going to have to deal with Seth when he comes back because of the sledgehammer, so I'm not sure how that works. But I think Seth, based on him putting over Cody the way he did, deserves a reward, and the WWE title will be perfectly fine with me. He's a married man now. Right after Darby. There goes Swerve up. Swerve hangs on. Oh, Andrade's the Joker. So Andrade was the Joker. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not feeling any of these guys beating Moxley. That's why I don't think the Joker is a big deal. It's just like the Owen tournament. The Owen tournament had a couple of the Jokers or the mystery opponents, right? But when you looked at the tournament, the way the field was set up, none of those mystery people were going to win. You know, like their opponents were people that were going to beat them, like Britt, and who was the other one on the men's side? Oh, Samoa Joe. So I didn't see anyone being that big. So I think when AEW does these surprises, these Jokers, fans are automatically going to assume it has to be John Cena when it doesn't. Man, I like that picture of Alanis Morissette that's floating around Twitter today. Good Lord. Dante. Dante's out. There goes Starks almost. I swear, at the end of this, Ray Phoenix is going to win, and he's going to rip his mask off to reveal that he's MJF. Watch. You can tell it's him. Oh, MJF almost eliminated. Whew. Oh yeah, K-Dog's Kennel, Sunday night. Here's what I'm thinking. I thought about that yesterday. King of the Ring 93. We talked about it last month. I wanted to do it in June, and that's the only one really on my immediate list. So I think I'm going to shoot for that unless something comes to me in the next couple days, and we'll do King of the Ring the next week. But I think I'm going King of the Ring. 1993, first one ever. Hogan and Yoko. 3 awesome Brett matches. So Hogan loses a title, and I get to watch Bret Hart wrestle 3 times. Sign me up. Oh, nice. Swerve intercepts Red Dragon. Jesus. Okay, let's look at who's in here now. I mean, I would say Wheeler Yuta, but we already saw him have those matches with Mox. I mean, who's the best guy from Mox? I think Kyle O'Reilly would be fine. Andrade. Oh, Eddie's gone. Eddie and Garcia are gone. So's Hager. Is Takeshita? Yeah, he's gone too. There goes Fish. Darby. So Darby, Andrade. Who else? Kyle. I'd probably go with one of them. And Will Hobbs. Oof. All right, Darby's out, courtesy of Swerve. Oh, yeah, I'm about to say Swerve's going to eat it. He's gone at the hands of Andrade. I kind of think Andrade should win this. Yeah, these who's in? We got 5 left. Andrade's pretty much my pick here. Wow. Oh. Yeah, that's one thing you have to wonder if you're AEW. If you have Moxley, big super kick. If you have MJF plans in place and you know where you want to go with him, what all this shit is leading to. But then CM Punk throws a monkey wrench and gets injured. Do you change your MJF plans because of Punk's injury? I would say probably not. Because this is a really big, giant fucking angle that they've obviously put a lot of time and thought into to the point where they're working their own people in some cases. So I'm not just going to start making quick decisions on that. But there goes Hobbs. All right. Well, my slight hope that Hobbs is going to win it has been dashed. I forgot Wheeler's in there, too. Yeah, K-Dog's Kennel. Billy was one of the worst. I was at that show. King of the Ring 99. 4th row for that show. Look out, Wheeler. You're up there. Yuta way up high. Big missile. God, I hate that drop kick when they land on their back like that. Jesus. I mean, I guess it's slightly safer because you can't blow out a shoulder, but goddamn. Owen used to do those all the time, and it was just like, God, fucking concussion city, man. Oof. Nice snap, German. Riley's going through. Not a horrible Final Four, to be honest. I like all these guys. Oh, I don't know what Phoenix was going for there. I like Andrade wears like his Yankees uniform. I could not wrestle in that shit. Oh, big spinning heel. Who's it gonna be? Oh, I don't know what that was. Did he low blow him midair? Wow. God. Phoenix is an amazing talent. Put the TNT strap on him at some point. He'd be so fun. Jon Moxley. Kyle's my sleeper pick. I don't think it's out of the question that Kyle wins this. Big win against Darby Allin at Double or Nothing. There goes Andrade. So it's going to be Yuta or Kyle. Oh, man, Yuta again? Yuta and Moxley again? Maybe Yuta wins this time. I might be right about my Kyle pick. Oof. And there he goes. Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah, Moxley's the pick, man. He's going to win. I mean, he's got all that experience and already in history with a lot of New Japan guys. Held a title or two over there. I'm fine with a Kyle O'Reilly-Moxley match. I got no problem with that. Any wrestling fan should have no problem with that match. But I bet you if I go on Twitter right now, you're going to see a whole lot of people having a problem with it. What? I believe you, Mox. Can't see Kyle O'Reilly going to Forbidden Door, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, has Kyle already won one? Did he win the one he debuted in? Good for him. Kind of forgot about that. No lie, the Kyle and Darby Allin match at Double or Nothing, that was one of my favorite matches on the show. I mean, it was a match that didn't even need to have and didn't even need to be there. They added that one in the mixed tag like on the last day. And I was sitting in my seat for 4.5 hours watching that show. But I loved Darby and Kyle. It well exceeded expectations. Don't we got some NBA finals going on tonight too? What's going on there? Is that tonight? Let's just check. Let's just check it out. Yes, it is. Starts in 30 minutes. Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors, 1-1. I don't really have a dog in that fight. I've met the entire Warriors team twice during the years in 2016, 2017. The entire team came to my restaurant. Everybody, the coaches, Steph Curry, Thompson, everybody. They were all there, and we closed down the restaurant and opened it up for them at 10:30 at night after they finished their game here in town with the Lakers during the preseason 2 years in a row. And they took a nice bus, dropped them right off of the restaurant. The team just flooded in. They were allowed to have anything they wanted. Steph Curry immediately ordered like 3 bottles of $1,000 bottle of wine. Did not order Cristal, and I had it in the restaurant for them, and nobody ordered it, which was kind of funny. But I guess I should root for them because I feel like I've met them all and stuff, and it's my state. But I was more of a LeBron fan than a Curry fan, so I don't know. The Celtics I couldn't stand back in the day because I'm a Pistons fan. Can they both lose? Is there a way to have that happen? If there's a way to do that, like can the Miami Heat run in and cash in their Money in the Bank and then take the place of one of them, or make it a triple threat? We haven't seen a triple threat in the NBA yet. And I think if you tried that, had 15 guys out there and put a third hoop, it'd be fucking awesome. I don't know why these companies, NFL and these associations don't take my advice. It's good stuff. I thought they would want Cristal. I ordered a few bottles to put on the menu. I had $700, and they didn't order any of them. And Curry ordered some really, really nice red wine that we had for about $900 on the menu. Andre Iguodala wanted bottled water. All I had in the bar at the time was Evian, and he said it was gross. No, thank you. Imagine being a bottled water snob. I was like, okay. He was drinking like vodka cranberries. What a girl. You want an umbrella with that, Andre? I didn't catch what Jim Ross said. What was he telling us about there? Ooh, a new championship. What are they announcing here, guys? Tags? Women's tags? Actually, they should do a women's title. All Atlantic. Okay, I was about to say they should do a women's tag to show WWE how it's fucking done. All Atlantic champion. Kind of looks like the women's title, doesn't it? All Atlantic title. All right. It's going to be like their European. TNT's Intercontinental. This will be the European title. Now, what I think they should do is don't have Cole and Britt come out with the Owen titles anymore. And they should honestly get rid of the FTW title, too. Doesn't have a place. And you don't want to clog things up with too many belts. Because you got all those Ring of Honor belts, too. Don't forget. The FTR's got a couple. Samoa Joe's got one. Wheeler Yuta's got one. Chill with the titles. So eliminate the unnecessary ones. Yeah, the trios belts are coming. I think they're planning on that. What the fuck is this? Is this Malachi? Or it's Buddy Matthews? This is awesome. When I was at Double or Nothing, I was watching specifically Buddy and Pac. And I'm like, these guys are so good. I've never seen either one of them wrestle in person before. And I'm like, they are so stupidly good. I mean, everybody in that match was, but they just stand out or something. The shape that they're in. They're the only dudes in that whole thing with no tattoos, which I thought was funny. I only have one tattoo, but I can't show you. It's a tattoo. Remember Jameson, the character Jameson in WWE? I have his face on my ass. Don't ask me why. Yeah, Evan, I hear you, man. Imagine if this was for the TNT or Cruiserweight. At this point, I think the Cruiserweight title in general is just an obsolete thing. There's Cruiserweights who are top title contenders now. I think almost TNA had to kind of write a little bit like the X Division. You know, just crazy shit. You'll just see crazy shit in these matches. That's what they should call it, the crazy shit title. The Bastard. 35-18-2. Help me. Did he beat Kenny Omega? They had a couple of matches, right? When like AEW first started. Pac, I know, has got at least one big victory against some big star. I just can't remember who. This is a qualifying match to get into that All-Atlantic tournament. I saw the graphic to Buddy and Pac earlier today, but I saw nothing about this title, so. FTW title is the best. Remove Punk's title. It really does not mean anything. That's true. You can't argue with that. The key is just keep this ridiculously great talent that this company seems to be overflowing with, and they're so young, and they haven't had to manage this type of stuff yet. So obviously not everything's going to be perfect, you know. But the key is when you start getting a whole bunch of guys that, you know, the audience thinks 15 guys in the company should all be world champion, only one guy can. So you got to be able to manage everybody else and keep them doing important stuff that's engaging and interesting. And as captivating as possible to where you don't really give a shit if they're not in the title picture because you're invested in what they're doing. And that's WWE's big problem a lot. That wasn't their problem so much back during the Attitude Era. If you remember some of those characters, I was a huge X-Pac fan, you know, and Kane and guys like that. And most of those times they were not champions, you know. You really just enjoyed watching them. And so AEW has a lot of those guys, but, you know, the TV times have been staggered and it's been probably tough to really have it flow when you're constantly adding talent at the same time. Fans think this shit's so fucking easy. It's not, you know. You look at a company that's 36 months old, I think they're handling everything relatively well, to be honest. You'd think they'd be fucking up left and right. I was like, anything they haven't done, it certainly hasn't been for a lack of trying. WWE cannot say that. They literally outwardly tell us that they're not trying, you know, where at least they are. So they get a little more slack with me. I'm like, yeah, at least you're trying your best. Maybe you would have done this differently, that differently. Maybe would have handled a press conference or two differently than Tony Khan did. But at the end of the day, these are minor offenses and not a fucking big deal at all. Oh, God, every time Pac does that baseball slide, it reminds me of when he got injured in WWE with Jericho, and he rolled his ankle like that. Ugh, I'd be so paranoid to do it again. Oh yeah, smart. I mean, imagine these two dudes as a fucking tag team, matching gear. They'd be better than MSK. You You know, if WWE and AEW could come together for one little handshake, just a handshake, and just say, let's do something, let's work together for one night for the fans. We want to send you Danhausen, and we want him to win your 24/7 title. And he can lose it by the end of the night. But just show up out of a box, out of a dumpster, hide in the back. Fans will fucking pop like crazy. He'll win the title, and then somebody will beat him for it before the show's over, and then he goes back to AEW like nothing happened. Never appears in WWE again. WWE doesn't show 16 replays of it, and it just happens, and that's it, and that's it. I just would respect that if the companies could, like, just do something fun like that for fun. Ooh, big drop on the pack in this pitcher-in-pitcher. But, like, you think about, like, all the divisiveness and division that's just, like, in our own country here, you know, just in the political landscape and stuff. And you think about the same thing in wrestling because everybody's always fighting with each other. It'd be cool if, like, WWE and AEW, for the good of positivity, for the good of community, you know, just to do something fun like that. Not that that would work because the fans would say, I don't understand why WWE, you know, why you're working with them or whatever. But just one night, like something minor, like so minor. Don't send your champion over there, nothing like that. Just a little insignificant character showing up in another insignificant segment on WWE, pop in the crowd, get R-Truth and Danhausen confronting each other backstage and just talking for like 3 minutes, and send them back to AEW. Why can't we make that happen? Somebody crop out this entire pitch, send it to WWE and AEW, and say, can you stop being jerk-offs for 1 second, just get along for 5 minutes and do something that might be a little bit fun? I've only had one Stella, so it's not like I'm drunk. I don't think this is a very crazy idea. It'd be like the Republicans and the Democrats if they could just shut the fuck up for a minute and just, even if it's something minor, even if it's something that's so insignificant and stupid that it doesn't even have any implications on, you know, politics at all. But if they came together for something, you know, just anything. Little things like that I think would help. Yes, TJ, I did see Xbox reaction to Kane's tweet. A lot of people call out Kane. Kane gets fucking rolled every time he says something fucking dumb. I think the best one was Hangman Page when he tweeted something idiotic. And then Page just posted a clip of all the chair shots Kane took to the head. And it got like 20 times more likes than Kane's post. Ugh. Undertaker and Kane. I'll take two people I never fucking want to have a beer with for 1,000, Alex. Oh, he's bringing up the Iron Man match now. It was an Iron Man match between Kenny and Pac. It was like the glory days of AEW back then. Jeez. Think about how different their roster looked when that match happened. All-Atlantic champion. The title does look really similar to the women's title, though, doesn't it? I really wish, and I don't know, again, I don't know like the legalizations of any of this stuff here. Like, I don't know how it all works, but, you know, if nobody has copyrighted or owns the classic Intercontinental belt design, why didn't they just make the All-Atlantic that? Looks so pretty. Imagine that classic IC on some of these AEW talents with the black strap. Fuck off with that white shit. Oof. I really hope that was Buddy's gum and not his molar. Alex Slavinsky of the FTW Stan account does have a point. I mean, that title has been, I remember watching that title on ECW. So I guess I don't know why I want to get rid of that. I think it's just, I don't mind the Ring of Honor belts so much because it is a separate company and they are going to be running shows and stuff, so that doesn't bother me too much, but it does just put a lot of talent coming out every week with belts. So to the casual viewer, they'd be like, is everybody a fucking champion in this company? I don't even know who I'd prefer to win this here. Kind of like both guys. Who won at the pay-per-view? House of Black, right? I might go Pac on this then. Pac's got the AEW history. He's been there longer. Stupidly good, arguably underutilized. I'd give it to Pac. Nice Liger bomb. Nice. TJ, Greg, since we're both from the Carolinas in the South, which one you prefer? Bojangles or Cracker Barrel? You know, I had Cracker Barrels. I was surrounded by Cracker Barrels, and I rarely ate there. I think I've been to Cracker Barrel twice. It's just never been my first pick, so I don't eat enough of that. But I know there's things there that is delicious. I just haven't experienced the menu. But Bojangles, I always had one of those near me too. And I was always getting shit from there, swinging through the drive-thru. So I'd probably go Bojangles, only because I'm a little Cracker Barrel illiterate. Oh, my God, Poison Rana from hell. There we go. Just Black Arrow. Nailed it. Holy shit. Oh, mwah. Stupidly perfect execution. All right. All right, we got Penta and Malachi on the other side, and we got Ethan Page and Miro. I didn't catch those names earlier. And then and then a New Japan bracket over there. Look at there. All right, here comes the triangle. What do y'all think they're like? Isosceles? Spectra. What's up, man? Appreciate that $9.99. I'm going to rewind back to 2016 and order me up a WWE Network. I am feeling great. I am negative for COVID. I didn't take a test till yesterday, and I was negative, but I have a feeling I was like negative Sunday and maybe even Monday. I've been feeling much better. The only problem is I can't smell anything. I think earlier I said taste by accident, but it's the smell that I've lost, and I still can't smell. And people have said people have lost smell for months and months and months, so I really hope it comes back. But right now, I can't smell shit, but I feel great. And if you want to know hold on, let me hear Eddie real quick. What's he saying? We got Blood and Guts coming up in a couple weeks, right? I'm still going to get you. He wants him on Rampage. Do you think all the people in the company that are like really jacked walk past Eddie and flex? Eddie is so great. Anyway, let me finish you up there, Spectre. What are my thoughts, or what do I think of the All-Atlantic title? They've got a lot of belts, but also a super deep roster. So I just had, right after you sent that super chat, I just gave my entire thoughts on that. So if you scroll back like maybe 3 minutes, you'll hear 3 or 4, all my thoughts on the championship belts. And, you know, yes, it feels like they could be flooded with belts to the casual audience. A lot of these belts are Ring of Honor belts. You got an FTW belt. You got 2 Owen belts running around there now. So you can probably reduce that a little bit. And then things will get more evened out, I think, when Ring of Honor runs regular shows. But I like it. I'm cool with them adding another one. It can be like their European title. You got the World, and you got the TNT as the Intercontinental, and now you got your European title or your underneath title. And titles can be fun when they mean something. Back in the day, I used to love even the title below the Intercontinental title had some good programs, some good matches, some good championship matches. It can be done. WWE has shown us it can be done. They don't give a fuck now, but they can maybe be used as a template for, like how to do it now. And AEW can make their belts feel way more important than WWE and their ridiculous championship contender matches and all these stupid fucking matches they have. And we got Walter and Ricochet coming up next week. That'll be great. So, yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about it, but I'm glad. I'm cool with them bringing in a title. And it does add belts for guys to win because there is a lot of talent there that arguably could be at the top. $4.99 more from you just a couple minutes later. Thanks again, Spectre. Also, it's weird that Cole and Pac weren't in the Battle Royal, but members of their stables were. Feels like a very strange decision. It does. And I knew the Battle Royal was going to be jumbled. Why some guys are in it, why some are not. Wardlow wasn't even in it. You'd feel if this was a title this prestigious, you would automatically put your top 10 and then maybe draw names for the other 10 or figure out some sort of fair-ish way to bring them in that doesn't lack any logic. But you also have to think about it another way. If AEW's plan, which I believe it was ever since Punk got hurt, was just to have Moxley be the interim champion, thinking he's the safest and most reliable placeholder they could have right now, somebody who's already been on top and fans love and get behind and is over and does great work, and he's an excellent choice. That's probably a wise, business-savvy decision. You don't want Punk's injury to force you to make some crazy decision and just maybe screw up your already pre-existing plans that you have, and say, oh, let's just really shock the fans. That can be fun and stuff, but if you don't have your shit planned out, it could be dangerous when you don't know where you're going to go. So at least with Moxley, he's just a guy that's going to be a great champion for them for however long until Punk returns. So right now, I don't see any way it's not going to be Moxley, but we'll find out. Hell, maybe we'll see MJF show up in the main event and interfere and help Kyle O'Reilly win or something. I don't know. Trent.
Today's supposed to be National Best Friends Day, and my friends aren't here.
Today's National Best Friends Day? I better text my best friend. I've got Vince McMahon's number in here somewhere. Yo, Vince. Happy BFF Day. Dog. Send. All right. Sent Vince. Best Friend Day text. So he says the best friends aren't there. I have a feeling they are there. Here comes FTR, and I think the best friends are going to sneak up from behind. Am I the only one that wants to shake my booty when FTR's music comes on? You guys do too, right? I got to get this one blasting in the car. Roll up to work, blaring some FTR. I love FTR. That's why they have matches. Yeah, when Eddie was messing with that cameraman, it was a lot like, or that production guy. It was a lot like something Stone Cold would have done.
We didn't lose against the Punky Vice, but we damn sure didn't win. That doesn't sit well with me or with Dax, because we want to come out here night after night and show every single one of these people, without any single doubt, we are the absolute best tag team on this planet. And look, Trent, if it were up to us, we'd come out here to Kansas City and give these people a treat with you guys. But your partner's in Japan, he's not here, so we understand that. We don't hold that against you, but man, the problem you have shouldn't be with us.
Our partners in Japan. Okay.
Attacked us and cost you guys this championship. It should be all of Will Ospreay's bitch boys. That's who you should be, man.
Will Ospreay's bitch boys.
And I think
What are you saying?
that if it were up to me,
Oh, he's not going to be here, is he?
what the hell is this? Oh yeah, New Japan. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, New Japan.
Bring him out. Bring him out.
It is him. It is him. Holy shit. I'm like, it's not going to really be Will Ospreay, is it? Fuck yes. Well, yeah, I want to see him wrestle in this ring. Oh shit. Oh, it's the Ospreay bitch boys. Holy shit. Fucking Trent. It's like fucking Retribution. If Ospreay pulls out a chainsaw. That's really cool that Will Ospreay showed up. I don't know if you've seen that guy wrestle before, but he pretty good. He flips and shit. Fucking real good. Ugh. I'm glad Excalibur can tell me the name of these moves. Oh, god damn. Fucking gnar back elbow. Spectra, appreciate 2 more from you, man. Just got to say I marked out for Ospreay. That's awesome. I'm not going to argue with anybody that says, like, just physically he's the best in the world in the ring. I'm like, yeah, I can see that argument. Not even totally sure if I agree with it, but I ain't going to disagree with it.
Later on the night here on Dynamite, but William Regal wanted to address the Undisputed Elite.
Kyle Bobby.
Many things over the last.
Cole's got that belt.
But this is John Moxley you're facing. This is a man who sends a shiver down even my spine. Are you sure you're ready for this? After that grueling battle road, are you sure? Think about your wife. Think about your friends. Are they gonna miss you? My best wishes.
My best wishes.
Really hurt me to be on commentary as I have to call you into your head.
Regal is the fucking best. It's gonna suck to be you, fella. I'm gonna be on commentary.
My friends, that's who I think about every time I step into that ring. I got all the
I was like, I just want to speak to you while you can still speak. Because you're gonna have to go through therapy to relearn how when Moxley's done.
the best this world has to offer and fight for the AEW championship. And tonight I get to do both against John Moxley and
Yeah, I saw Roderick just briefly. I had the horny splashy paint show on for like 30 minutes last night, and I saw him. I'm like, look at there. How you doing, Roderick? I literally when I looked at I knew who like 3 people on NXT were. Like, I'm way out of the loop on that. Who are the dudes with the cutoff? Shit. What's that about? See, now this is, I mean, I'm not in any way disparaging Owen. I think those are beautiful titles. I watched those get delivered to Cole and Britt in person at Double or Nothing. But with all of these championships, these are the type of belts that I would keep off TV after a little while. Maybe have them on TV for a short time here so everybody knows and sees the belt and gets a chance to drink it in. But then leave it at home. Put it on your mantle. You're not defending this thing. You're not really a champion. It's more of a trophy. And when you add the Ring of Honor belts and now the new one they added tonight, that's the type of shit I think they can simplify.
This next fight is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Soon to be making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 209 pounds.
Pretty deadly. Or deadline? That's not their name, is it? Pretty Deadline? It's a stupid name. Pretty Wonderful was better. Pretty Wonderful beat the shit out of Pretty Deadline. I'll tell you right now, Rodrigo. Paul Orndorff fucked them both up by himself with his bad arm. I've called some good matches. He is surprisingly good. Why is that surprising? Why would it be surprising that Dave Finlay would be good? Hey, Adam. You're a great champion, bro. I mean, why wasn't he in the Battle Royal, you know? What's up, Ramon? Good to see you. I am out of beer. I'm going to go get another one. Be right back. Yeah, he'll give Paige a good match, I bet. I mean, Paige is 1,000,000,000,000% winning this. Yeah, don't you think it should just it should automatically just go to Hangman and Moxley? Like, they should just face? Wow, he had surgery today. Wow. It's got to be a weird feeling. Being at home, resting up, can't even walk, but somehow you're a world champion. Oh, what a dropkick. It'd probably stress me out. I'm like, I got to get back. Because, I mean, we could also have something like a setback in the injury or something, and then Punk is going to eventually have to come out on TV and say, look, I mean, we tried it, but I need another 3 months, and I just cannot hold this title anymore, you know? I hope that doesn't happen. Ooh, I could use some likes on this video if you want to hit me up down there. Would appreciate it. That's weak sauce.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I understand you have some very good friends in Bullet Club still. Oh my God, of course. Hangman is alone.
Oof.
He doesn't like to have anyone around him because he's embarrassed of himself.
Nice dodge of the drop kick.
That one connected. It's amazing how things change over the time. 2 years ago,
Hangman nailed that high boot.
first debuted in this building, the Cable Down Arena. What has happened in 2 years, man? The changes in AEW, the changes in our society as well.
Oof.
Some of us are 2 years older. Yes. And 2 years wiser, maybe.
Spectra, thanks for the $2. If I was a wrestler, would I be a face or a heel? I have no idea. I'd probably want to be a heel just because of the safer aspect of it. Because when you're a heel, if you get booed because you're supposed to. Oof, nailed the back of his head. You just don't want to be getting booed as babyface. Where a heel, you almost like can't go wrong, you know? Fans can, even if you suck, they're going to hate you, but it's like, well, I'm a heel. Taking a sip of her beer. But it depends on what the people who train me think I'd be best at. But if I'm going to be a wrestler, you got to understand you're going to be both. You're not going to be a career-long babyface or a career-long heel. It's a matter of just what you want to start with. Hangman, you don't know where her lips been. Well, hopefully tonight they haven't been anywhere too crazy. She probably hasn't needed to make too many trips to the bathroom yet. So he's probably safe. I don't know who the fucker was in Vegas that gave me COVID, but thank you. Could have been anyone. I went to SummerSlam where there's like twice as many people. And that was fine. Ramon, watch-alongs. We've got King of the Ring, 1993. I've got planned for Sunday, so I will stick a link up to that probably tonight. So that's coming up on Sunday. And then I got a review of Judgment Day 2000 that I still have to put a date on. So I'm trying to think when that would be a good time to do that. Yeah, that old video got a flag on it, and I didn't want to have it up anymore. Like that old school one. Damn, on the split screen, it looks like it's Matt Sydal. Scrolling through the Twitters.
So the Pizza Hut $10 tastemaker has any 3 toppings you want. It's the best delivery deal around. Can't go less than that. Actually, you can. It's only $10.
Yeah, there's some differing opinions, it looks like, on the socials right now over the new championship. I gave my thoughts on it. I think there's a lot of belts in the company, but not necessarily all tied to AEW. A lot of these are Ring of Honor belts, and a lot of them are bullshit belts, like the Owens. I don't want to say bullshit and Owen at the same time, and the FTW and stuff like that. But if they reduce some of those and Ring of Honor got going on its own and you had a little bit less of their champions featured, then I think it can work. I don't mind them having like a European title version, though. I mean, it worked in WWE. It just depends on how they present the title, utilize it, and book it. Just depends. The All-Atlantic Championship should be fought on the Jericho Cruise. That's great. Eric, appreciate the $2. Am I doing a watch along for Forbidden Door? No, but I will be doing a review. Generally for the AEW pay-per-views, because I have to order them, and I'd rather watch them and enjoy them as best I can, and then come up and do a live stream after. So that'll be the case on the 26th. Naito's got to face someone at Forbidden Door. Andrade, that would be a stupidly good match. Oh, I didn't know about the Andrade and Naito faction thing. Oof. Depends on who's all healthy and stuff. Like, you got to have a good match for Bryan Danielson if he can work, hopefully.
These guys have been throwing heavy shots for some time now. Eventually, someone's got to give. And let me tell you, David Finlay has a ton of fight in him. That very well could be the third.
Yeah, it's this chat. Fucks everything up. No, that's not it.
Maybe thinking dead-eye. But instead, Finlay lands on his feet and hangs onto the midsection. Hangman backs. Finlay off. Lariat attempt. Spin. There we go. Nice. Backbreaker. That could be it. 1, 2. Very close. Trying to beat the backbreaker. Perform expertly.
Oh, he's got a little cut under his eye there.
Finlay, I believe, with a mouse under that left eye. This has been a rough and tumble contest. This was the tide shift that he needed.
Oof.
Nice. Ahead of steam. Really comes in handy. Speed kills. Explosive uppercut from David Finlay. No way. Not happening.
Picking him up. Oh, too much ass crack there. Wow, he almost got Page there. Jesus. Hangman and Takagi at Forbidden Door would be fun. Like, we're in the middle of them making this card now. I mean, the show's coming up in a couple of weeks, so we're in full-blown build for this. So matches should start coming together real soon. Jesus, Page took his head off. He's going to buckshot him to oblivion. Nice sell. Appreciate the 5, Eric. Double or Nothing did an estimated 155,000 in pay-per-view buys. Not too bad. Yeah, I saw the numbers this morning. It's about average with what they've been getting. They've gotten more, they've gotten less. But that's kind of right in their range, it seems like. This ain't bad. It's what, $700,000 or something like that? It's pretty good. Or $7 million. Shit, I can't multiply. It's 155,000 times 50. Yeah, it's a million. Paige is going to talk. Good.
There's a lot I want to say about the AEW World Championship. But tonight is not the night. Tonight,
There's a lot I want to say about the AEW title, but not tonight.
and it doesn't look like I'm going to get a title shot anytime soon.
Yeah. So basically, he's like, yeah, what the F?
But, since that's the case, I remember there's not only one world championship in professional wrestling.
Oh. Okay.
So the last Sunday in June,
I think I see where he's going.
I want the IWGP World
He's going for the IWGP title. God, do you think they'll give it to him?
and I want Okada.
All right, it's going to be Okada and Page. Nope. Cole says no.
Are you really that delusional? First of all, Okada might not even be the champion. It could very well be my good friend Jay White, but you didn't think about that. Because you don't think like a champion.
So Okada's got a match with Jay White first.
Paige, you aren't a champion anymore. You lost the AEW World Championship, and I won the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Meaning I've been on a freaking roll that ain't nobody gonna stop. If anyone should get a shot at the championship, the IWGP championship, it should be me.
All right, so what are we going to have to do? Have a match here with Cole and Page to decide it?
Franchise player here at AEW. Your time has come and gone, my friend.
Boom.
Wow, a lot of intrigue, not only here in AEW, but in New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. But speaking of
Well,
championships, earlier today,
either one of those matches would be fine, but yeah, Paige and Okada would be awesome. I would imagine when I hit my beer bottle on the mic, it probably hurts your ears. My bad.
Challenge to any women here at AEW. I like the top 5, but I will take anyone. Because I'm always ready to go, baby.
I'm always ready to go, baby.
Señorita, do you have a problem?
Yeah.
I would like to be your problem. And I'm asking you if you can solve me.
Oh, okay. WWE and AEW do not have the best women's segments backstage. Except for Britt Baker's. Sure, hers are great. But fuck. Those Diva, or not Diva, but those women's segments on SmackDown and Raw. Ugh. Here he comes. Wardlow. So what's he got to say here? Free MJF. There's a lot of MJF signs in the crowd that are not being confiscated.
Yeah, that's right. Wardlow opted not to be in the Battle Royal, but I know there's something on your mind, big guy. Oh, Kansas City. Welcome to Wardlow's world.
Wardlow's world.
You're right, Tony. I asked not to take part in the Battle Royal for the Heavyweight Championship.
You asked? Why would you ask that? Wardlow.
The reason being,
Now, why would you ask that?
Punk is our champion. So if I'm not making him tap or pinning his shoulders to the mat, I don't want it yet.
Props to Wardlow for being scary in that shirt.
So heal up real quick, champ, because you bet your ass I'll be here waiting for you when you get back. I'm all in for that.
So Wardlow did the babyface thing. That's
There is a title I do
so cute.
a title that few men have carried that brought an incredible amount of respect to it. Unfortunately, since then, there's a few men that have completely diminished it.
Talking about Scorpio?
Title that I had won 3 months ago. A title that I have thought about every day.
It's got to be the TNT.
I won the TNT title.
I'm cool with putting it on Wardlow.
It's time.
It's what they did with Goldberg. Goldberg won the U.S. first. Oh, there's Scorpio.
Scorpio Sky, the TNT champion. The man who Wardlow was on the verge of defeating. Like Dean Lambert, Paige scrambling.
Look at Lambert, like, hell no. Why are you wearing a barbershop pole shirt?
You shouldn't be focused on anything because last
Oh, this fucking guy.
legal documents live on TV. You can't do that, you dummy.
You can't do that, you dummy.
Realize that you might not understand the big words that are coming out of my mouth, and these fine people might not get the money they deserve. So, because I'm a nice guy, I'm going to give you two options. You can face me in the court of law with a class action lawsuit
Okay.
against the American Arena Security Professionals,
Okay, that's option number one. Or
B, you can wrestle 20 of them. 20 of them live on TV in an elimination match next week. Either way, you pay. Mark Sterling calling out Wardlow, but still in control.
so Wardlow's got to face 20 of those fuckers.
Moxley, who advances to Forbidden Door,
Of course he'll win.
AEW Women's World Championship match.
You had the crazy idea that you could have your cake and drink it too. Dunkin' Cake Batter Signature Latte. Mission accomplished, everyone. America runs on Dunkin'.
Which town are you in, Alex? You talking about the town Dynamite's in tonight? Crowd doesn't seem that jacked. That Chicago crowd, man, that helped. I mean, Hell in the Cell was pretty decent pay-per-view overall, especially that main event was just ridiculous. But big little nods, you got to go to that crowd. They were into everything. And crowd helps. They feel flat. Flatter.
For a noticeably smooth shave, get $5 back on your razor purchase at dollarshaveclub.com/rebate.
Alechi Kyle O'Reilly got the victory in the Battle Royal. Which, in the end of the day, I don't think it really matters because I think it's going to be Moxley. And if that's the plan, then all this other bullshit doesn't matter. So, O'Reilly's who they went with. Should be a good match. They both got the slingshot clothesline thing, or the, what is it called? The teeter-totter thing. Maybe they can do a dueling one and smack each other. Aside from the Ali match, which was really disappointing at Hell in the Cell, you know, I mean, Cody made the whole fucking night, obviously, but still, overall, it was solid. That women's opener they had, and the crowd was just jacked for the whole thing. I'm just glad they showed up ready to party. It really helped the pay-per-view. It's a nice breath of fresh air to enjoy something presented by WWE. I'm like, that was pretty good. Spectre, appreciate the $9.99. I think you've paid for your Forbidden Door already. I think you did too. Props, everybody. Send a thank you to Forbidden Door, or to Spectre for taking care of Forbidden Door for me this month. That is awesome of you, dude. Appreciate it. I've wanted to give back for all you've given your fans. What should main event Forbidden Door, Mox or Okada's title defense? Thanks, Greg. You know, that's a good question. Normally, you wouldn't think AEW would want their title to not be the main event, but if it's an interim title, maybe that's enough for them to say, okay, Okada and Hangman or whatever can main event. But Mox and Tanahashi is equally as big of a match, maybe even if more so. Actually, I'd probably go with Mox and Tanahashi, or I'm sorry, Mox and Tanahashi anyway, because that's who I believe it's going to be. I believe Tanahashi will win at Dominion, and that'll be the match we get. Oh, God, these guys. What are those called? Rompers? Is that what they're called?
The current reigning AEW World Tag Team Champions, clean as a whistle. What happened Friday night? Friday night, Ontario, California, our hometown.
Oh, yeah, Ontario.
Rivals ever, the Lucha Brothers. I mean,
I drove through Rancho Cucamonga on the way to Vegas.
you know what?
Stopped at the Bucks house, rang the bell, left them some cookies. Special cookies, obviously. Not the kind Jesus likes. Oh, look at this.
Because I figured you'd be burying us like you do on the regular, but you weren't. You were talking about winning matches, which you have, clean as a whistle, and that you deserve an AEW World Tag Team title shot. But if I'm not mistaken, in Double or Nothing, Ricky
Maybe this leads to the blow-off or the Bucks win because the Hardys have got to put the Bucks over before they both retire or just can't fucking wrestle anymore. Why are all these guys in this hotel room? I don't want to know the answer. He pinned Jungle Boy in Los Angeles in front of his family. Jungle Boy's like, what the fuck? It's hilarious.
And we're all about getting our wins back, and that's what's going to happen right now because you know what? I'm going to throw out a challenge to both teams, to the Hardy Boys and to the Young Bucks. Okay? Yeah. And what I'm thinking is a match that put us on the map. A match
Ladder match.
household names. A match that made you fans. Say it. Next week, right here on Dynamite, for the World Tag Team titles.
Three-way?
The Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express in a ladder match. Oh, hell yeah!
That's not a good thing to make for your team, Christian. You are a shitty friend. You've just put your boys at a huge disadvantage. See, I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be Luchasaurus to turn heel. Get out of our office. Oh, maybe it's an office. I thought it was a hotel room. The problem. Thank you again, Spectra, for that earlier. Appreciate that kindness. I mean, that's got to be a trip if you're the Young Bucks. You know, I'm like, holy shit, we get to be in a ladder match with the Hardys. I like her music. Like just classical music. I like she's wearing her Kill Bill outfit. She's awesome. I mean, there's been reports of her frustrated. You could certainly understand that. Especially after Double or Nothing. She wasn't even featured on Dynamite. Look at this guy. Finish your beer. You too. Kansas City Chiefs offensive line chugging beer. If it was the 70s, they'd have a beer and like a pastrami sandwich. Oh yeah, the Maestro's music. The Maestro. One of the oddest WCW and WWE defections was Ryan Shamrock turning up and showing up with the Maestro. Just random. I'm like, she's Ken Shamrock's sister. She's working for the other company. Cocaine sandwich. Yeah, that too. Oh, Jesus. Miss Shafir's got her. I like that one side of Rosa's gear. That is crazy hot. Oh, man, your Spectrum app ain't working. I currently have DirecTV Stream, which is the third name it's been since I've had it. It was DirecTV Now, then it was AT&T Now. Now it's DirecTV Stream. But I signed up for it when I got my phone a few years ago. I guess 3 or 4 now. And I was like, this will work. Ooh, Jesus. And for the most part, I've had no issues with it. Oof, big open hand slap. God, who did Shafir wrestle recently that I was like super impressed? I forgot who it was now. It was like on Rampage or something. I'm like, she's way better than I thought. I always thought in NXT like she wasn't progressing well, and that's why we weren't seeing her on TV much, but she seems decent. Plus she can scrap. Yeah, Eric, I would have YouTube TV. It would be the easiest thing for me since I'm on YouTube 24/7 anyway. However, the YouTube TV will not allow me to watch Raw at regular time. I'm on the West Coast. So for me, on YouTube TV, it will play at 8 p.m., which is 3 hours later than the rest of the country sees it. So I actually signed up and canceled immediately when I came to that realization. So I have to use this app because it's one of the only ones that will allow me to watch Raw, and any show for that matter, live as it's happening. Not that I should give a shit, really, about watching Raw live, but in the event that I do a Raw review, then it's helpful. Yeah, I know. I just kind of understood me saying that. Yeah, you'd think that would be a blessing. I mean, Raw was so bad it made me quit regular Raw reviews. I'm only up every so often now. So it's just not worth it coming up and talking about nothing. Now, I would have came up on Monday after something like Cody and Edge and stuff like that, but I was just still trying to shake the COVID. I was tired of being nasally. I was tired of that stuff. And I was like, I just need one more night just to get it out of me. And I felt much better yesterday. Shafir's got the advantage on the... Oh, nope. Thunder Rosa's coming back on the split screen. Ray Frand, the fans cost Raven that title. Goldberg against Raven. Yeah, they did.
You could only eat one thing the rest of your life, what would it be?
Easy. Buffet.
Pretty sure that's not one thing.
Barbecue buffet.
A buffet is the complete opposite of one.
Okay, barbecue ribs buffet. With brats and barbecue chicken on the side.
Golden Corral. I've been there a couple times, too. They had those all over the fucking place in North Carolina, and I lived by one. I think I've had a total of like 4 Golden Corral experiences. I certainly got a lot of shit to eat there.
The AEW Women's World Championship hangs in the balance. Thunder Rosa and the number 5 ranked Marina Shafir.
Boston up 30-15 on the Warriors. Yo. Oh, that's right. They're back in Boston, though, aren't they? Because they took game 1 in Golden State. Golden State, they used to be invincible at home. And then LeBron got them in that game 7, man. And they've been less invincible ever since. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Nice Northern Lights. I never had any White Castles around me my whole life. When I lived in Michigan, I was very young, and there was one maybe like 15 minutes away, but I never had the ability to go there on my own. And then I had none of them down when I lived in the Carolinas, and I don't have any near me now in California. I've just never been around it. I think I've only had White Castle one time in my life. I'll call my buddy. His name's Harry. Harold, really. Harry's short for Harold. I'll call him up and see if he wants to go to White Castle. Since I don't know where one is, it might be kind of fun to try to locate one. Maybe we could film it. Maybe we could film it or something and like put it on YouTube and like call it Harold and Greg Go to White Castle or something like that. It would be like a really fun idea. Maybe even like a movie company would see it and like that would be a great movie. It's a brilliant idea, actually. Surprised nobody thought of it. Ugh. Sunset. Nope. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, she is going to get her like that. I was wondering if it would be a roll-up thing. And she basically just out-reversaled Marina Shafir there and picked up the win. I still think Marina Shafir has been relatively impressive. Ah, and she kicks her. Oh, you're such an asshole. Sore loser. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. Oh, no. Yikes. Does some referees want to maybe... Oh, here comes Toni Storm. I love that Toni Storm came out there with no music. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. If this was WWE, you'd get the whole fucking thing. She'd probably even pause on the ramp before coming down. There she goes. I like how Rosa raised her hands after that. Oh, Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll take that match. I caught a few snippets of Toni on Renee Paquette's show. Talking about the WWE release. I just kind of loved that her gist was like, that place fucking sucks. Like, I do not want to be there. I just don't want to be there. So, I want to leave. I just love that attitude.
We are with Jade Cargill, the TBS champion, Stokely Hathaway, and the baddies, and what about a big match coming up on Friday night?
Big match. It seems to me that nobody can mind their damn business.
And you heard the queen, Tony. Last week on Dynamite, we had an issue with Athena. We confronted Athena, and then all of a sudden, Anna Jay and what's that girl with the big head from outer space?
What's that girl with the big head from outer space? She does have a melon on her, but she's beautiful.
With Red Velvet this Friday on Rampage. And once Red Velvet is done with you, she's gonna have you begging like Keith Sweat. And who can beat Red Velvet?
And Tony, cut the shit.
Cut the shit, Tony.
Guys, let's go.
You just had to shoehorn in that extra shit because you had an extra shit in your quota. Ah, fuck it. Just have Jade say it. I'm not blocked by many wrestlers, but Jade is one of them for some reason, and I don't believe it was justified. I'm a Jade fan. I'm sure after that promo, she probably had the stream on her phone. So as soon as she walked away from the promo, she's probably right back to it. So if you're listening, please unblock me. I got nothing against you. God, right now my early pick for that title would be Miro. Is that The Rock? Oh no, this is like Star Wars or some shit. Oh no, that's The Rock. I know. Shade shouldn't be blocking me. There's some blocks I don't care about, like JBL and Braun Strowman. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. But I don't outwardly try to go get blocked by people. I'm not just like talking shit to people on Twitter, you know, to random wrestlers and shit. It's not anything I really do unless they're like really big shitheads and I want them to see it. Like Strowman. Shawn Michaels hurts me a little bit too because Shawn's a hero of mine. But I think I know the post that got me blocked, and I didn't even tag him in it. So I don't know how the hell he saw it. Didn't even have his name in it. His name wasn't even in it. It was just a picture that was funny to me. And then next thing I know, I was blocked by Shawn Michaels. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. I like Shawn. 1997 Shawn would have thought that pick was fucking hilarious. Now he's a big old softy. Unjustified block, I believe. Oh, yeah, Ryback, of course. Ryback blocked everybody. Who's this? God? Fuck you, God. Blocked. He blocks everybody. He's one of, I think, the worst people on Twitter. Like, he is so fucking horrible. And what's funny is nobody gives a rat's ass about Ryback at all. He is about as least relevant as you can be in wrestling. No, he can't get booked. Nobody gives a fuck about him. He blocked half the universe. Everybody trolls him. He puts on a poll, should I go to WWE, AEW, or retire? And we know the results that got. He's delusional because he thinks people give a fuck. They don't. And so now he's just resorted to saying the dumbest shit possible to get a reaction, because if he just does regular shit, nobody cares. So at least if he's a jerk off, he's going to get all sorts of responses, which is going to get him trending and might be the only way to build any sort of following, even if it means having to eat a whole bunch of negative shit from people constantly. He does this to himself. No sympathy for his ass. And he sucked when he was on TV anyway. And when it comes to like body guys who can work, he was one of the least capable I've seen. He was 2 decades past the era he should have been in. Oh, Ryback gets trolled hard in his live stream. I bet he does. When you're just like, oh, I'm just going to be the biggest jerk off ever. You know, like, of course you're going to get people giving you shit. What the fuck do you think was going to happen? All right, Kyle. Not only are you did you already work tonight? You're going against a guy with a bit more star power than you. You know, I'm glad, though, that Kyle has gotten some wins. He's won 2 Battle Royals now, beat Darby Allin at the pay-per-view. I'd have no damn issue with him winning that All-Atlantic. I want to call it the Mid-Atlantic. All-Atlantic title. What about the Pacific, man? No love for the Pacific. I'm in the Pacific now. I'm Team P. I used to be in Atlantic. But now you got to show my side some love. Just because we got beautiful people and fish tacos everywhere doesn't mean we don't deserve the same thing that the Atlantic gets. Spectacular weather. Beaches. World-class dining. Shit to do. All right, Regal. Regal's like, I have to sit and watch you get the crap beaten out of you. All right, Moxley. I mean, AEW could do a title swap. They could have Tanahashi win the interim title. I'd have no problem with that. Didn't Tanahashi, like, half-ass challenge CM Punk at one point anyway? Like, you could get that match done now when Punk comes back, but you'd also have to have Tanahashi as your champion for, like, 3 months, which might be tough to do. And then you can have Paige win the IWGP. I mean, that's a true working relationship right there. Trusting the other with your championship. But when it's an even swap, might help keep things as fair as possible. Might be fun. For the first time in its company's history, another promotion basically controls our championship. Oh, yeah, June 29th in Detroit is Blood and Guts. All right, I'm doing a tour of my old home state of Michigan, Detroit and Grand Rapids. I don't think I could handle the cold, but there's some decent small towns where you can buy some wonderful houses in, like, upper-ish mid-Michigan. So many lakes and stuff. Like, you can get some nice shit up there. But I just can't handle the snow. Okay, if I'm in the front row, I'm not going to be on my phone. Yeah, we got Forbidden Door, Blood and Guts, and the return of John Cena. Oof.
When do you see that anymore in wrestling? I love it.
Oof. Man, as shitty as CYN is, I don't even think they want Ryback. He's too shitty for them. Imagine being that shitty. God. Actually, maybe they like him. I don't know. Like, if I was a promoter, I would laugh at an email from Ryback. Oh, you booked? Like, I'd rather book a cheeseburger. Like, the wrestler cheeseburger. Or a taco. Anything. Toilet plunger. Moxley's already toying kind of with O'Reilly. Jesus. Help historians, any previous matches between these two? I don't think so. Unless it goes way back. Unless it predates WWE days for them. Moxley should bring a new Mitch. Everybody remembers Mitch. You know what other thing I got to credit Moxley with is that I don't even associate him at all with Dean Ambrose. And that's really awesome that he was able to do that. Granted, he was John Moxley previously prior to Dean Ambrose, but the vast majority of the wrestling audience knew him as Dean Ambrose, myself included. I didn't know about the history of Moxley until after Ambrose was already in WWE. So for him to return to the Moxley gimmick and almost instantly set that character apart from Dean Ambrose, where I don't even accidentally call him Dean Ambrose, shit like that. He's Moxley to me. If he ever goes back to WWE, I'd insist that I be Jon Moxley. You know, if the rumors of Jon Moxley, actually, I don't know if they've even been confirmed. I know there's been talk of his contract and that he's likely probably signed his new deal since his 3-year shit is probably up, right? Or coming up. This would be a nice reward.
I said it before. John wasn't wise to let Kyle O'Reilly have open season. But you learn from your mistakes. You won't let him do it again, I'm sure.
And he's probably one of the, if that is true, if he did re-sign his deal recently, that means he's one guy in the company that has an awfully long time left on his deal, and he'd be really just the safest option to belt up for the time being. Seems really obvious to me. Which is not necessarily bad. You got to be smart with this shit, too. You know, but like with everybody else, with Miro, I call him Rusev every now and then. Obviously, Danielson and Daniel Bryan, I still fucking struggle with. And I know I've called Swerve Scott a couple times, shit like that. But to me, there is a distinct difference between who Dean Ambrose is and who Jon Moxley is. And I really don't even consider them to be the same wrestler. Actors can be good at that. Sometimes I can't even believe a certain actor is playing a role. Did you ever see My Blue Heaven? It's based here in San Diego. A 90s movie with Steve Martin. It's fucking hilarious. But Steve Martin, of every other movie he's done and everything he's played, he's always Steve Martin to me. But in that movie, for some reason, I don't look at him as Steve Martin. I look at him as a completely different person because he's like plays it so well. So I don't know if that's a good comparison, but kind of reminds me of that. Like, Steve Martin is Steve Martin, you know, but in that movie, he's just different. Oh, man, I have that problem, too. Every time I see Keith Lee come out, I'm like, oh, there's Keith Lee. I'm like, oh, shit, that's who he was in WWE. He's Keith Lee here in AEW. I got to get that right. Happens to me all the time. I'm not sure what kind of work James Ellsworth is finding these days. His name still comes up, but I do believe there's some sort of gross shit that happened to him that made him a little gross, and I don't think he's getting a lot of calls. But I know he's getting booked a few places here and there.
Which chew provides the longest lasting flea and tick protection.
Rebecca's the big winner. 12 weeks of powerful protection, nearly 3 times longer than any other chew.
Bravo, Rebecca. Bravo.
The biggest shock, Omega or Punk showing up in WWE, or Cena or Rock showing up in AEW. Probably Cena or Rock showing up in AEW. That would be pretty crazy. Omega and Punk showing up in WWE would be crazy, but they'd have to both leave WWE and sign with them. So, yeah, I'd probably have to go Rock or Cena. They're kind of semi-big stars. I know Rock's done at least 2 or 3 movies. So he's had a little taste of Hollywood. Hopefully, you know, Rock can succeed there and make some money. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying a minute ago, King Bling. If he didn't re-sign, you know, I'm not sure if I'd put the belt on him, but if he's likely already re-upped and that's already done, then Moxley that gives even more of a reason to go just with the safer bet. Because AEW does probably have some sort of laid out plans what they want to do, so this is more of a placeholder situation instead of them trying to go crazy and like have an MJF thing happen, which would have been awesome, but that would have been a decision made on the fly, which means it hasn't probably been thought out that far. And I'd worry. Yeah, Toxic. That's why overruns are so important with TV. WWE beat it into the ground. They had overruns even when you didn't need it. Nothing dramatic would happen at the end. You would just have an overrun for some reason. But I think if you got a match where you want to keep the fans guessing, you should try to have those specific weeks have overruns. That way the fans don't know if it's going to end 2 minutes after, 3 minutes after, 4 minutes after, 5. You don't know. But if it's not scheduled to run over, oof. Wow. No, I was like, Kyle's going to kick out. There's 3 minutes left. Yeah, we just talked about that. Oh, my God. He kicked that right into his teeth. Oh. It gives me the collywobbles, too. It gave William Regal the collywobbles. Oh, my God. Y'all ever got the collywobbles? It sucks. Ugh. The collywobbles. That's hilarious. It's not a match, it's a freaking struggle. It's a colossal tussle. Mixing Jericho and the Fozzy Singer. The Fozzy Singer? You mean Moon Goose? Jericho and him? No. They don't look nothing alike. I mean, maybe they could pass for like half brothers, maybe, but that at most. No, Moon Goose is way more handsome. Oh! He's got the triangle on Moxley. Oh, and he's pointing the elbow to the head. Come on, Mox. We got a minute or so left here. All right, so Shivani is saying that we might be going past this. So they're doing it. They're doing exactly what I said. An overrun is better to keep you guessing, otherwise you know on the dot when the shit's ending. Oof. Pile driver. He was not able to get enough body weight. Yeah, Moxley, I think he's been busted open a little bit on the face there. These guys are definitely beating the shit out of each other. Oh my God, what a forearm. I mean, O'Reilly does have a little bit of that Moxley in him, you know. He's Moxley light. I mean, he's a guy that I think who could have a similar type of career as Moxley if he, you know, can get over enough. Arguably a little bit of better style. Oh, wow. Oh, these guys. Oh. Nice. We are at the top of the hour now, so we're in overrun territory. Leave the entertainment elsewhere. Crowd is loving it. They finally woke up. Yeah, Moxley's got him here. Nope. You let him go.
I think Moxley can feel O'Reilly fading. He can see him fading, so he's driving those knees into his temple.
Oh,
Moxley comes in, the charging regal knee. The double underhook.
wow, and a big paradigm shift. That's got to be it. Wow. It was a great match. Great finish. Strong cover. Good for Kyle. It's a big match for him to be in. Main eventing. Moxley had a good showing for himself. All right, Moxley is road potentially back to the title. Oh, wow. Trios match on Friday. Trent and FTR against Ospreay and his, what do you call him? Not his ass boys. Oh, yeah, we got Road Rager and Blood and Guts coming up. All right. Nice. That was a pretty damn fun episode. So I'm going to head over to the socials now and see what everybody thinks of it. I thought it was fun going head-to-head with the NBA Finals tonight, and they had kind of a surprise winner with O'Reilly winning the Battle Royal and going on and just having a hell of a match with Moxley in the main event. That was all kinds of fun. And we have the introduction of a new championship tonight and some good stuff. So as always, it's been a blast watching the Dynamites with you guys. I appreciate you being here. Next scheduled video, I guess, will probably be Saturday for the podcast. Then we'll be up here on Sunday for King of the Ring 1993 watch along. That's going to be a lot of fun to take a look at that show again. So you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Thanks again for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.